This is our electric meter. We're on the north side of the garage, and it should be sealed on 3 sides. Power comes from below grade. Now we have 2 grounding rods, but this one isn't hooked up to anything. This grounding rod is not properly buried. So I'm only seeing one source of grounding. This grounding rod was probably installed for cable or something. This doesn't seem to be hooked up to our electrical system. We don't know. See how that copper wire comes out? With this grounding rod, we don't have one here. We got a single ground. Today we'd have double grounds. We'll go inside the garage north wall. This is the electric service panel. As we can tell, it was improperly hand labeled, not printed. It's no longer legible. It's no longer legible. You see these little twist outs? Okay. You got one missing, a knockout right here underneath number 30. When you put this in place, that's there. So it's not properly labeled, and it's not legible, and we have an open knockout on the dead front cover plate. This cabinet's not supposed to have a gap in it, between the gap and the cabinet and the wall, more than 1/8 of an inch. That compromises the fire blocking. The cabinet was screwed in place. I get it, screws are faster and tighter, right? Zip, zip, let's go to the beer store, Philip. Oh, Doug, you're so fast. I'm the best in the shop. Getting a raise next week. No, okay, they're supposed to be nailed in. Nails have much more shear strength. If this garage was to experience an event, like a tornado, for example, well, then, you already got a bad day. I get that. Haha. But this cabinet would stand a better chance of staying in place if it had been nailed rather than been screwed in place. You see that? That's called bundling. You're only supposed to bring 2 cables in at once. That's why you have all these smaller knockouts, twist outs, call it what you will. We got unprotected right here. That's supposed to have a clamp around it. See that little clamp right there? It's supposed to have a clamp around it. We got unprotected coming in. L1 and L2 should have rubber covers over these things. If you don't know that that's hot, you can reach in there and just shock the bejesus out of yourself. If you don't know that, you don't belong in this cabinet. I get it. But you're supposed to have those protective covers. And then this is your continuous ground, and it's supposed to be wrapped with white tape. Four wraps, white tape. If you don't know that's the main neutral, again, you don't belong in this cabinet. And again, I don't make up the rules. Then, coming along here, what we have is these are called white hots. White hots. And they're supposed to be wrapped with black tape. This is supposed to be wrapped with white tape. This is supposed to be wrapped with black tape. If you don't know that's the hot, you don't belong in the cabinet. All the same jokes apply. All the same jokes apply, but you're supposed to be wrapped with black tape. I didn't make these rules up. I said on a Mockingbird. Yeah, this goes to the grounding rod, only one. This is the bonding for the house that goes to the water heater. And it's not listed. This is up here. Oven, cooktop, dryer. I don't even know what that means. Now we know that the bonding is at the water heater. I already made the water heater video, and it's right up there. That's the bonding. And most electricians are going to figure that out pretty fast. But if this house is full of storage or whatnot, but it's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be written. And again, I didn't make the rules up. I just put outside in them. These 2 breakers right here is 40 and 30. It's assumed that these are for the air conditioning systems. It's also assumed that the 40 is for the larger one downstairs and the 30 is for the almost as large one upstairs. You see that little silver thing in there? That's called a trip tie. That's a trip tie. So if one leg breaks, if, one breaker pops, the other one follows it. And that protects your equipment. Because this is 240, you can run, if you don't run the electricity balance through the system, you can cause damage to that system. And this protects your system. And over here for the you see that? You don't have one. We're missing a trip tie for the one upstairs. What else? Oh, okay, we still got stuff. I'm a looker. These neutrals, 1 wire, 1 screw. Right? 1 wire, 1 screw, 1 wire. No, not double lugging, not triple lugging. You can double lug a neutral. Oh, excuse me. No, you can't double lug a neutral. Excuse me. You can double lug a ground. Those are those bare copper ones. You can double lug. See, that one's double lug right there. But you can't triple lug. I mean, you can. Look, they did it. You shouldn't triple lug a ground. So we've got double lug neutrals or more. and triple lug grounds. Our main neutral is not wrapped. We got a single ground being rod that's not properly buried. You're gonna have our protective rubber covers. We've got bundling. We've got cables coming in that do not have connectors. What else we got? Cabinet was screwed in place. Bonding locations not labeled. More than 1/8 of an inch gap. Open knockout on the cutter plate. That's handwritten.